Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames and we are back with another video. Now, in this video, we're gonna talk about Prophetess Celestial predicting Malcolm Jamal Warner's passing years before his passing. Now, I know that this is a sensitive topic, and as such, I'm gonna ask you all to keep your comments cute because I definitely understand that with spirituality, customs, tradition, practices, and beliefs, we were all cultured differently. And when it comes to religion and spirituality and beliefs, we are all from different beliefs system. Now, what I'm sharing here with you, I'm not saying to you guys, listen, you should believe this. You must believe this. And I'm going to stamp it in your head if you don't. No, I'm sharing information with you guys and you can choose to believe it or not believe it if you want to. But all I'm going to say to you is keep your comments respectful because no matter who Prophetess Celeste is, I haven't seen this woman being rude, disrespectful, nor abrasive to anyone. Remember that religious beliefs, it's never ever satisfied, and as such, it's why we have so many denominations across the world. So be respectful to the content. If it's not your type of content, then that is okay. I respect that. Now, back to what I was saying. Prophetess Celeste, she had predicted Malcolm Jamal Warner's death. In case you are not aware, we're talking about Theo Huxtable, from the iconic NBC sitcom The Cosby Show, which ran in air from 1984, guys, to 1992. So you know that many of us grew up with Theo, and after The Cosby Show, he moved on to amazing roles that did not take away from his character. And that is why we continued to be so latched on to him because you know how when we had Miley Cyrus and then Miley transformed into this adult savageness, and for many people, she was no longer digestible, but Miley wanted to show the world that she's not that Hannah Montana little girl anymore. She's now an adult. Well, Malcolm Jamal Warner, even though he grew up, he basically still showed us that he was still Theo, still kind, still warm, still nice, still genuine, and it translated across every character that he took, every role that he played after the Cosbys. So he passed away on July 20th at the age of 54 due to accidental drowning while on vacation in Costa Rica. Him and his 8-year-old daughter, they were caught in a riptide, strong current. So no matter how amazing you are as a swimmer, once you're caught in a riptide, the thing is that if you are not good at breathing underwater for an extensive period, then drowning is the likelihood, no matter how good you are at swimming. So what Theo did, he basically went above and beyond to save his 8-year-old daughter, sacrificing his own life, which he was able to do successfully. And a surfer who was nearby, who observed what was happening, rushed to their assistance. But with Theo being a chunky guy, just thinking about a surfer being able to fish Theo out of that water. So the first surfer that went in was able to fish the 8-year-old girl out of the water, brought her ashore. She was in critical condition, but now she's stable. Another gentleman went in to assist Theo. He ended up in difficulties, fighting for his life, could not manage to get Theo out, but 2 other gentlemen who were there close by, they realized that even though the situation was very dangerous for them, even though them going in is them also risking their lives, like they were watching 2 guys going down, and they went in fish both guys out. Unfortunately, by the time they were able to get Theo out, it was too late. The paramedics, they administered CPR for 45 minutes. The paramedics team, they were just in complete shock. When they saw this guy, they did not see a celebrity. When they saw Theo, they did not see a celebrity. They saw someone that they grew up with, a brother, a friend. That's Theo from the Cosby Show. So they were there for 45 minutes administering CPR, but unfortunately, it did not work. So ever since then, Hollywood has been in mourning, and a lot of people have been talking about Theo. They've been looking at his body of work over the years. So, you know that Theo would be high on the TikTok algorithm. So while scrolling through TikTok, what I came across is a clip of Prophetess Celestial from the Master's Voice Prophecy talking about the passing of Theo. She said God showed her Theo's death, and she was taken a bit back herself because she was like, God, I've never heard this man being caught in any of the Hollywood, occult or anything questionable. And she was so shocked, saddened by it too, that she asked God, like, why him? Why him? And she said that the response that she got from God was, Celeste, sometimes people do die because it's their time, not because they've done anything wrong, but it's just because when it's your time to go, it is your time to go. So I came across the clip. I believe it would be an interesting share to share with you guys. So let's take a look at the clip together, and then I'll get back with the rest of my commentary.
We move on. I will pluck the stars from the sky. And now God is naming names. The first person that he named, this is from years ago, is the man, the frenemy of Jay-Z. His name is Damon Dash. Some people call him Dame Dash. God says that man is going to pass away. The Lord didn't name any crimes for this man, didn't say that the man had done anything or done this or done that. Sometimes, in fact, this other man that the Lord told me some years ago, his name is Malcolm Jamal Warner. Malcolm Jamal Warner from the Cosby Show, the guy who used to play Theo. God says the Cosby Show, several cast members will pass away. Camille Cosby and also Bill Cosby will pass away. And I remember when God mentioned Malcolm Jamal Warner, I just had this little, thing like, oh Lord, I've never heard about that man in Scandal. Never seen that man cutting up or doing anything. It was just a thought I had. And the Lord said to me, Celestial, people don't only die when they do wrong. Sometimes they die because that's their time. And I thought, oh, okay, Lord, you're right. Because it just felt, a little sore. But yes,
So there you guys have it. Even Prophetess Celestial herself, she was in shock hearing Malcolm Jamal Warner's name. She's saying it felt a little sore, which means that immediately she was saddened by it. And I believe that you all can understand why, because as I've said again, Theo has always been Theo. He has always been Theodore, always a decent human being on and off screen. Many people may want to say, oh, but you've never lived with a guy. It's not about living with the individual, because no one is like 100% perfection. But the point is, even when he's on social media, even when he does like a random video or any interviews, anything, he's just consistently a decent human being, not messy, not disrespectful, not stuck up. He's like this individual that everyone could connect with. He connected with people from all walks of life. And that is something that is just very rare. He was one of those rare breeds. He was truly a gift to mankind. And as such, and so why she's saying that when the prophecy came to her, it just felt sore because immediately you're saying, whoa, he's such a decent human being. And while we understand that, we all came here with, a limited amount of time, just hearing that, it's going to make you feel automatically sad. And as such, and it's why she felt that way. So I came across a clip, and when I came across the clip, I was completely blown away. And at the same time, it gave me some amount of peace to hear what she had to say honestly. It gave me peace hearing that she felt sore, just getting like, the prediction, getting that information. And when she confirmed that, he's not caught in the Hollywood occult world, that brought peace to me as well because, we've always seen him as a good human being, but sometimes we just need that little reassurance. And for me, when Prophetess Celeste said that, the Lord said to her, it's not because he's involved in anything. It's just that people died. It was a reassurance for me that, this guy has been consistent right through and through. So I came across it and I believe it's a good share. I know that once again, let me reiterate and say, I know a lot of people, they look at Prophetess Celeste as some people, they would call her a witch. When she was blowing up and everyone was talking about her predictions, the church came after her. And when I watch many people from different religious backgrounds coming after her, I was laughing because I find it to be so funny because I said, these Christians, they consistently preach the returning of Jesus Christ. And I said, but here you guys are crucifying him again, because I believe that everyone who genuinely prophesy is an extension of Jesus Christ, because I believe that that is what Jesus Christ was here to do. Prophesy unto us, teach us the right and truthful way of the Lord. And I'm saying Christians, they often say, we can't wait for the return of Christ. But if he does, you guys are going to crucify him once again. We've seen you doing it to Prophetess Celeste and many other people. You can't even be decent nor respectful enough to say, you know what? I'm going to let this individual be. If they're lying, it's between them and God, because even though I think I may know everything, even though I may think I understand everything, we genuinely don't. We don't have the answers to everything. But what I do know is that people are just sadistic in nature, because I've seen Christians being the first to chastise this woman and to nail her on a cross, not literally, but how they went after this woman, it was like a witch hunt. And I'm like, yeah, the same people who are crying for the return of Christ, crucifying him all over again. So that's just my 2 cents on that. And as I've said, just a reminder, this video is for those who enjoys these type of contents. If this is not your type of content, I respect you for that. And please be respectful in return. Now, stay safe, stay blessed, and we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.